Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I have a very oversized Minnie Mouse bow on my head right now, so that can only mean one thing. I am filming another Disney inspired video today, but not just any Disney inspired video. I am filming another episode series and I am so stinking excited. You guys have been requesting this for months. I apologize it has taken so long, but we are back and we are ready to party. If you guys are new here and unfamiliar with this series, I will link the previous episodes in the description below. I want to say this is episode 4 or 5, maybe even 6. Basically, I have a bunch of cookbooks. I have a very unhealthy obsession with Disney cookbooks. I want to say I have close to 15 to 20 Disney cookbooks in my household currently, and I have 3 pre-ordered on the way between the summer months and the fall months, and I think one is even coming in the winter months. That is how obsessed of them I am. And then I have a little Mickey Mouse balloon popcorn bucket over here. I went through all of the cookbooks that I currently own and I picked out some recipes that I wanted to try from each of them, put the recipes inside of here, and I'm just going to be picking out some recipes at random and testing a couple in this video. Typically I do like 3 to 5 recipes. I'll probably do 3 in this video because homegirl is very pregnant right now and in her 2nd trimester, and I'm exhausted and out of breath and I can't stand for too long. So with all of that being said, let's pick out some recipes and see what we're going to be testing out for today. Okay, just for reference, the cookbooks that we will be using for today's portion of the video, we have the Merry Christmas cookbook. Any of these that are available online, I will link in the description below. A couple of them are not available anymore, or they are so aggressively expensive. For example, I have the Chef Mickey Treasures from the Vault and Delicious New Favorites. I got this on Amazon like 2 or 3 years ago. It was like $20, and I checked to see if I could link it in my previous video, and it was like $300 or $400. So obviously I would not recommend anybody purchasing that one on there, but I do have it. This one's vintage, I guess, because I guess it's a little bit older, but we will be using it for today's video. I also have the Delicious Disney book. Love this one. I also have the Entertaining with Disney cookbook. I love this one so much. Not as much of a cookbook. There are some recipes in here, more of like a entertaining lifestyle type party planning cookbook or book in general, but we love this one. I have the Disney Eats Volume 1. I know that they came out with a second one. I also have that one, but we're going to be using the first edition for today's video. I have the Nightmare Before Christmas cookbook, and last but not least, the Disney Princess cookbook, which is one of the best of the best. So I'm not going to use all of my cookbooks because that would be very excessive. We're just going to stick with all of these for today's video, and if I get through all of them and all of the recipes in here, maybe I'll do another round of this using the other cookbooks that I have and that I pre-ordered. So let's give it a little shake. Also, full disclosure, I am pregnant, like I just said, and I know a lot of these recipes that I picked out last summer, and there are some with like blue cheese and all of those type things. So if I pick out those recipes, I can't test those out right now because I can't eat blue cheese and other certain items due to being pregnant. But let's just hope we get a bunch of recipes that I can actually try. The first one is Delicious Disney, page 74. So let's get the Delicious Disney book. Let's open up to page 74. Let's take a moment to take a breath because pregnancy just takes all the energy out of you. And let's see what we are going to be making. Page 74. I'm a little nervous to start with this one because this book is definitely more like curated. It is not super easy recipes. These are more like intense recipes. So let's see what it is. Page 74, 71, 72. Oh, cute! I've been wanting to try this one. This is a chocolate cream cookies cupcake. How stinking cute! Yay, I'm so excited for this one. I feel like this one is going to be somewhat hard, but also like, how cute. Like, I'm very excited about this. Also, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get red chocolate at the supermarket, so we might have to be a little creative with that one. Okay, that is recipe number 1. Recipe number 2 is Disney Eats, page 63. Disney Eats, page 63. What you gonna be? What you gonna be? Page 63, we are, I wanted to try this one so bad as well. It is the Punk Rock Pink Animal Pasta. How extra is that? Look at how cute. Oh my gosh. The Punk Rock Pink Animal Pasta. These are all like very on brand for characters. Not all the recipes are so on brand, but so far we're getting like very on brand themed menu items. This one's so cute. Okay, that is number 2. Let's pick 1 or 2 more. The next one is the Nightmare Before Christmas cookbook, page 10. Where is that? Nightmare Before Christmas, page 10. Page 10. These are so flipping extra. I don't know if I'll make this one today. It is the Jack Skellington Cake Pops. Very cute. Maybe I can because I'm already making the cupcakes and I'll already have like all the supplies. I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to get red candy coating chocolate for today at the grocery market, and that's kind of like a big part of it. But we're gonna persevere. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna pick 2 more and then pick like 3 or 4 out of the 5. So the next one that I am picking out is from Delicious Disney, page 112. I already did one from Delicious Disney, so I'm gonna do it from a different one so I can get a range of all of the different cookbooks. Next up is the Simple Family Cookbook, page 74. The Simple Family Cookbook, page 74. Here we go. I'm so out of breath right now, it's ridiculous. Oh yeah, we're doing potato wedges with a chive sauce. That sounds amazing. Not as themed, but just more like everyday recipes. Ooh, that looks so good. Yummo. All right, and let's pick 1 more and then we'll figure out exactly what we're going to make. The Disney Princess Cookbook, yes, is page 32. The Disney Princess Cookbook, page 32. What a nice little range of all the different cookbooks. All right, here we go, page 30. Yo. What is happening? My favorite Disney movie of ever. It is Belle's Corn Chowder. Ooh. All right, so I'm going to go to the market right now, get all the supplies because clearly I don't have any of these supplies in my house. I'm gonna get all like menu items, see how like extensive they are. I'll pick out of all the ones that I picked out today, which ones I'm going to make, and we're gonna start cooking. But before we do, we need to take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's video. So let's just run that B-roll. Today's video is in partnership with HelloFresh. I am making this Mexicali black bean soup, and before I even talk to you about the brand, I have to tell you this is one of the best soups I have ever made in my entire life. It tastes just like a tortilla soup that you could get at a restaurant and they charge you like $10 to $15 for that soup. You can make it at your house with HelloFresh for a fraction of the price. And when I tell you this is one of the most flavorful soups I've ever had in my entire life, it was one of the most flavorful soups I have ever had in my entire life. Okay, so now let's talk about the brand itself. If you guys know me but at all, you know that my husband and I absolutely love HelloFresh. We have been subscribed to them for just about 2 years now, and they're stinking delicious. HelloFresh offers so many recipes to choose from each week to help you break out of your recipe rut. They cut out all of the stressful meal planning and prepping so you can just enjoy cooking and get dinner on the table in just about 30 minutes or even 20 minutes like today's meal with their quick and easy options. HelloFresh's pre-portioned ingredients means there's less prep for you and less wasted food. You can even add extra dinners or extra lunches to your weekly order, throw in extra proteins, or add in yummy meal components like HelloFresh's best-selling garlic bread. I don't know about you guys, but it's the garlic bread for me, always and forever. HelloFresh donated over 4 million meals to charity in 2020 and is continuing to step up their food donations amid the coronavirus crisis. One of my favorite things about HelloFresh, besides the delicious meals, because I mean, duh, has to be their easy to follow step-by-step recipe cards. I love these things so much because I cannot tell you how many times my husband and I have enjoyed a meal so much from HelloFresh that we have decided to make it on off days that we don't receive HelloFresh meals. We have a stack full of these in our cupboard, and we're constantly going back to them and using them as our own personal cookbooks. So if you're interested in trying out HelloFresh for yourself, I would really appreciate it if you'd use my link in the description below. Go to HelloFresh.com and use code AllieCakes12 to get 12 free meals, including free shipping. Bell's corn chowder. To make a Bell's corn chowder, it's actually quite a simple recipe. You need to cut up some onions, you need to chop up some potatoes, you want to put those inside of a pot that has some butter in it because mo butter, mo better. You want to add in some water and then place the lid on top of the pot and let it just steam out and cook for a good, I think it was like 15 to 20 minutes. Once it is nice and cooked up, you want to add in your corn, both your regular corn and creamed corn, and you want to give it a nice little stir. From there, you want to add in all of your spices, and then I personally added in some cheese because yum. I definitely wanted cheese with mine. It doesn't call for cheese in the recipe. If you want the full recipe, I can't link it in the description below because it is from a cookbook, but again, I will link all of the cookbooks in the description below. I forgot to mention that you also want to add in some milk. That is what is going to give this chowder such a creamy consistency. Once it is done completely simmering down in your pot, you want to add it into a plate of your choice and top it with some bacon bits. Ta-da! Recipe number 1 in the books. Honestly, it is so steamy hot. I'm slightly nervous that I'm going to burn the roof of my mouth. All worth it. This smells so good. It was very, very easy to make. Just follow the directions. They were extremely simple. I'm nervous a little bit. I'm just nervous because it is so hot. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Bell's corn chowder. Belle, you have not steered me wrong as of yet. So I'm already deciding this is going to be a delicious chowder. Here we go. Ah. Ooh. Ooh. There is a lot of flavor going on right now in the best way. It is so hot. Oh my word. This is going to be a very, very tough act to follow. This is delicious. I'm not even giving this 10 out of 10. I'm giving it 1,000 out of 10. Only for the sole purpose that it is delicious, but it's also a Beauty and the Beast recipe, so automatically it has to get 1,000 out of 10. I have to say, it's delicious, and I'm going to be very real with you guys right now. I did steer away from the recipe just slightly. The recipe did not ask for cheese, and I did add just the tiniest little bit. And by the tiniest little bit, I mean probably between half of a cup and a full cup of shredded cheddar cheese, because cheese just makes everything better, and it just sounded like it would go so well with corn chowder. I have no regrets at all, because when I'm telling you, this is a winner of a recipe. I am so happy that we started with this one. I'm gonna give it one more and then go stuff my face in the other room, because it's going to be very unattractive and nobody needs to see that on the internet. So let's take one more little bite for you guys, a nice delicate little bite, if you will. Cheers. It's so hot. Moving on to the potato wedges with chive dipping sauce. This came from the Simple Family Cookbook, and it is quite simple. There are very minimal ingredients and very minimal things to do in order to create this recipe. You really just want to take some red potatoes. You want to slice them up into wedges, add a little bit of olive oil, add some paprika, roast them in the oven for about 45 minutes, and then make the chive dipping sauce, which is, guys, why? It is Greek plain yogurt with chopped chives. That's it. No seasoning, just plain Greek yogurt and chopped chives. Stick around for the taste test to see how I truly feel about this sauce. And yes, I added some seasoning because I can't. Like I said, that Bell's corn chowder is going to be one tough act to follow. These potato wedges, they're not doing it for me right now. I haven't tried them out yet, but there's just nothing overly exciting about them visually. I'll give you a close-up of the potato wedges. I have to say they're very, very crispy potatoes, and they look like they are very, very well seasoned. So pregnancy thing, but it is turning me off so hardcore right now. The fact that there are chives inside of Greek yogurt, it makes me very disgusted. So this is what the dip looks like up close and personal. Maybe I will be pleasantly surprised. So I'm going to grab myself a potato wedge. I'm gonna dip in and we're gonna go for it. Here we go. This ain't it. Nope. Okay. No, that dip is not good. I'm sorry. That dip is not good. If you would have mixed the chives with like sour cream and mayonnaise, I think we could talk a little bit more. The dip is an absolute no for me. I'm gonna test out the potato on its own now just to see if I actually enjoy the potato, because I think that the dip is just really turning it off for me. But here goes nothing. The potato on its own, it's really good. I mean, like I said, there's nothing overly exciting about this. It is just a potato wedge, but it's good potato wedge. That dip though, if I never see that dip for the rest of my life, it will be too soon. This punk rock animal pasta was so much fun to make. 10 out of 10 would recommend making this with kids. They would have a blast making this. Or if you are a kid at heart like myself, make it solo. Any way you make it, it is going to be fun for everyone. And it was so much easier than I ever imagined. I was very skeptical at first because it looked pretty intense, but it was so easy. I just had to fry up some onions, place them into a food processor with some cooked beets, some ricotta cheese, and then just blend and mix it with some cooked spaghetti. That's really all there is to it. And then you have to decorate, and the decorating is the most fun part. Now to decorate, take as much pasta as you would like and place it in a flat plate. I guess you could use a bowl as well, but flat plate just seemed so much easier. Then you want to take some greenery of some sort. I just used some cut up basil. I cut up 2 slices of mozzarella, used it as the white of the eyes, used a grape tomato for the nose, and then I used a yellow pepper for the mouth and some cut up triangular cubes of mozzarella for the little teeth. Lastly, I added 2 little olive slices right in the center of the mozzarella for the pupils, the eyeballs, whatever you want to call them, and voila, there we have it, a little punk rock animal pasta. A+ for effort. No, he's cute, honestly. he's I'm not gonna say really cute, but he's cute. I'm just gonna keep telling myself that until I believe it. This is a quick little close-up. The hard thing with this is I can't like flip it vertically so you can really get the true idea of what he looks like, because the pasta will just fall all over the floor. But he's cute. I think that this is something that kids would really enjoy, not only making with their families, but also eating, because it is a fun way to eat pasta. I've never had pasta that has been so vibrant and so beautiful naturally. Like, this is a natural way to make very pink pasta. So we're just gonna dig right on in. Ooh, she's so pretty. Presentation, like a 5 out of 10. We're hoping taste is a 10 out of 10. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, manja. Okay. It's quite beet forward. So if you don't like beets and your kids don't like beets, they're not going to like this. But with that being said, I personally don't mind beets. I don't love them, I don't hate them. They're just kind of like there for me. It is very beet forward. So I don't know how many kids actually would like this. I don't know if they would just like push that aside because it's something fun and cute to eat, but it's pretty good. If you like beets, this is perfect. I really do like the aesthetic of it, and the ricotta cheese is just like 10 out of 10. It's so, so good. So I don't know, I guess you guys would have to make your own decision about this. I'm partial to beets. Like, they're not great, they're not terrible, they're just, again, there for me, and I do enjoy this. But if you don't like beets, this is not going to be your cup of tea or your bowl of pasta. Let's end on a complicated note. If you want this recipe, I would highly suggest checking out the cookbook or searching for it online. There were so many steps. There were so many ingredients. I can't even remember off of the top of my head. Pretty simple vanilla cupcake recipe. You want to blend your sugar with your butter and your egg, and then you want to add it to your dry ingredients, which is pretty much just flour, I believe, and baking soda, baking powder, sugar. Again, I don't remember the recipe off of the top of my head. You also want to add some vanilla extract, and you want to mix them all together. The cupcake was pretty complicated on its own, but then there's like 7 different components that you have to make. You have to make the chocolate cream center, which I just made like the gray stuff. I found it online because the one in the book was just so confusing to me. Full disclosure, I did not use the chocolate cream from the actual recipe book because, again, it was just very complicated and it didn't make much sense to me. And I am a teacher and I find myself to be pretty intelligent, and I could not follow it. So I just did the gray stuff recipe that I found online, and gray stuff is so good. Lastly, you want to make yourself a little Oreo Mickey Mouse head. So I just did 1 regular Oreo and 2 mini Oreos. I just used the cookie portion of the mini Oreo, opened up the Oreo itself, added the 2 little pieces at the top right hand and left hand corner, and then enclosed it and made myself a little Mickey Mouse Oreo. And then I had to use some either red melting chocolate or coating chocolate or anything red really that would work. I couldn't find coating chocolate, so I just used red icing that set firm and set dry. It's actually really good. I would highly suggest it over melting chocolate, and it was very, very user friendly. So I added that to the bottom portion of the Mickey Mouse, and then added on 2 yellow Tic Tacs for the button. There was so many pieces to this recipe. Once everything was done, I had to assemble it. So I did a cupcake, cut a hole in the center, added the gray stuff, added some frosting on top, some vanilla frosting, and then I topped it with my Mickey Mouse Oreo. That was a mouthful. This was a mouthful of a recipe. So yeah, is this recipe worth the aggravation and the, I want to say, 1.5 to 2 hours it took to make this recipe? The gray stuff alone had to chill in the refrigerator for an hour or more. Is this recipe worth it? You guys will just have to stick around to see my final reaction. So cute. Filming location changed because I ended up wanting to take a thumbnail picture with this cutie little cupcake instead because he's so cute. I didn't find the little candy gems to put around the perimeter of this cupcake, but it doesn't need it because it is so cute on its own. Let me give you one more little close-up look. That Mickey Mouse Oreo just totally makes this cupcake, and I'm really, really excited to bite in and have that gray stuff center. Spoiler alert, I already taste tested it and it's delicious. So I think there's only one more thing for us to do. We're gonna dive right on into here, and I just don't even know how to attack this cupcake. The frosting to cupcake ratio, it is like, it's out there, let me tell you that much. So I'm just gonna kind of like take a big mouth bite and hope I get all of the components. Wish me luck. Here we go. I'm so attractive. It's everywhere. I don't even care right now. Honestly, don't even care. Living my best life. That cupcake, that homemade cupcake recipe is fantastic. It's like fluffy, but yet crispy on the outside, which I personally like. It's a little crumbly, but also kind of moist. It kind of has like all the components. It's really, really good. I didn't get any of the gray stuff and it is falling apart in my hand right now. So I'm gonna kind of like put it down and just attack it and do like a decomposed cupcake. So this is what it looks like on the inside with that gray stuff. Of course, we have to have a bite with the gray stuff because it's delicious. If you don't believe me, you can ask the dishes. Oh yeah, gray stuff. I could like literally swim in a pool of gray stuff. Take this recipe to the bank. Oh, it's like every bite you get a different little element. It's so good. All right, I have to end now with taking a little bite of Mr. Mickey Mouse. You should see the floor right now. I'm in my son's playroom and your girl's gonna have to do a lot of vacuuming before he comes in here to play. But I lost one of the ears. Here we go. I mean, come on. Delicious. This is so good. This is a perfect way to end this video. I'm gonna say the best bite of this video, still have to go with the Bell's corn chowder. That was something special. This would probably be my next best, and then the pumpkin. It for today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. I am a hot, sticky, messy mess right now, and I'm not even mad about it. Again, no regrets at all. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video and for supporting me here on my channel. If you guys like these types of videos, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments, share this video. Any of those things really do help us content creators. But as always, your support is support enough. I love you guys to the moon and back. I hope that you're having a beautiful, magical day, and I look forward to talking to you all soon. Bye, guys.